Hello friends! In this video we are going to talk about the perspectives for during the year 2019 for those who have Sun, Ascendant or Moon in a Gemini sign. This what I'm going to talk about will work more for those who have Ascendant in Gemini sign, but will also work for those who have Sun in Gemini sign and to a lesser degree to those with the Moon in Gemini sign. If you are interested in some sort of a general overview for the year 2019, please have a look on my video that is already on YouTube. The name is Year 2019, Just Another Step. I speak there about the year 2019 as the preparation for the 2020. And that is because those 2 years work together. We can hardly separate them because we indeed in some way prepare during the year 2019 for the big things that are going to happen in the 2020. Those big things are actually more interested globally. We are going to experience some changes as a collective. And the 2020 will not influence all individuals in the same way. But to a certain degree, even that will be. It will influence those things that are happening in the 2020 are actually big conjunctions in the sign of Capricorn, and they will have the strongest effect on cardinal signs that are Capricorn, Aries, Libra, and Cancer, but will influence to a certain degree all others as well. So now I would like only to mention that we live in the world that polarizes more and more. And by saying that, I do not mean in a political sense. That is happening also, of course. But when I say that the world polarizes, I think first of all about the polarization between mind and consciousness. And by saying that, I'm saying that each individual will have to choose between manipulation that is connected with the mind and the truth written with big T letter, and that is connected with the consciousness. So there are people who manipulate with others and those who want to be manipulated by others. And there are people who do not want that because they are searching for the truth and they're widening their consciousness constantly. And this polarization is bigger and bigger. And in such times, actually, everyone should choose his side. We are all going to be called to choose our side, where we are going to be. And this is happening, of course, on micro and micro plane. And in such times, of course, astrology can be very useful. It is a useful instrument because it can explain to us, it can help us to understand better ourselves and our lives. But I also would like to mention here that horoscope is actually just a map. And we use the map for the orientation. It is never everything written there. So actually, you can listen to such videos, you can order consultations with me or with any other astrologer, but finally, you should know that everything is up to you. Also, many people ask me whether they should listen to their sun sign or ascendant. So, for example, if you now have a sun in a Gemini and you have ascendant in Libra, you should actually listen to both videos and make some combination of those information. So let's see what Gemini people can expect during the year 2019. Which area of their life will be the best? So I think that the best will be area where Jupiter is. And Jupiter is in Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is exactly opposite from Gemini, you know. So Gemini, in this horoscope cycle, Gemini is on one side and directly opposite 180 degree from Gemini is Jupiter. To have Jupiter in the opposite sign, it looks like to look at the luck or to look itself in the mirror as a lucky one constantly the whole year. It's a very good aspect actually. So what that can mean when one has Jupiter in the 7th house and even Jupiter in its own sign. So seventh house is the house of partnership, first of all. So many Gemini people will learn more about partnership. It is a good time to be married or to find a life partner, to sign the contract, because the seventh house is the house of contracts. So it can be contract about partnership or marriage. It can also be any other contract. It's a good time for Gemini people to sign contracts with people and to solve things through other people with the help of other people. That's good for them. In this period, Gemini people will meet many people who are somehow noble in English, somehow noble people, people who have noble souls. Or Geminis can meet people who are, maybe they appear to be their life partners or like a business partners or their clients or any other people. They are there for some other purpose, but finally it appears to be that those people are teachers. Actually, Gemini learn things through them, even if they're not a real teacher. They bring great knowledge to Gemini people that can be very useful for them. They become better through those people. This is excellent transit indeed. It's interesting that it is going to happen in the year 2019, a square between this wonderful Jupiter and the planet Neptune, and Neptune is in the 10th house. And this can create some sort of confusion. In which sense? The 7th house and the 10th house are public houses. And many Gemini people work with other people. They are visible. They communicate through media, through internet. They talk publicly. And both two public houses are active here. Also the 3rd house, it is the Gemini house, is active because of the lunar nodes. The 3rd house was active for some period of time already. So Gemini people communicate with others in a new way, and they are maybe brave to present themselves to others in a new way. But when Neptune is in the 10th house, many Geminis are not sure how to present themselves in a new way. Why? Because they don't feel all the time stable in a psychological sense. So all Geminis have had or will have one moment when Neptune will be in the exact conjunction with MC. This is the top of the horoscope and the beginning of the 10th house. For some Geminis that happen already, for some will happen, depends on the degrees in horoscope. So when Neptune is there, it can create confusion. People have fears. They can have um, they even can be very unstable in a psychological sense. They lose trust in themselves and others. They can have problems with parents or authorities, but in such a way that they don't know where they are and what is happening with them. Hopefully this does not last a long time. Neptune is in this conjunction, exact conjunction, around 1 year, no more than that. So later on, Neptune in the 10th astrological house gives to Gemini people new inspiration. And if they are involved in arts and music, this can be a fantastic time to play and to present their work among others in a better and more artistic way, for example. In some later phase, Neptune in the 10th can give a new inspiration in anything what they do. They can create new interesting career for themselves with this Neptune. But it is interesting that during the year 2019, when Neptune makes square to Jupiter, they will have doubts no matter where is their Neptune now, on which degree it is. That can be some sort of a some sort of foggy relationship. So they are not sure if they can trust to their partner or their parents or bosses, or is that their image good enough? Do other people understand them enough? Are they clear enough? Is that what they're saying and what they present accepted in the best way? This is what Gemini people will solving, and they should solve this, of course. they should work on those questions. Gemini people have Pluto in the 8th house. Some have Pluto there from the year 2008. Some have it from the later periods. And Pluto in the 8th house actually brings this taboo energy. It talks about death, talks about big psychological transformations, huge money, fears. 8th house is about hidden things that happen maybe in the family and people do not know. It is also about that what Gemini hide from others, you know, in the 8th house. We see that Geminis were hiding many things from others, especially their feelings in the last years. Pluto was quite destructive there, but it was also deeply regenerative. So many Gemini people went through some deep psychological changes. And now Saturn will go through the same degrees where Pluto was in the previous years. So Saturn can make them stronger in those matters. Geminis people have a possibility with Jupiter in the 7th and Saturn in the 8th to learn more about partnership, to learn more about shared resources with partners, no matter if these are private, intimate, or business partners, to learn more about it, how to share finances, energy, and feelings with those who they are with. As Ketu will be there, South Node in the 8th house as well. South Node will actually point that they learned a lot and they can move further about those questions. Many Geminis will actually try to study secret sciences, and astrology is one of the secret sciences, or some alternative methods of healing, or we learn about some other like symbolic systems that will explain to them what they are going through, that will explain to them why they are afraid of certain things, and will help them to understand better inner life. You know, that is also Ketu in the 8th. This is some sort of a knowledge about secret sciences, you know, which Gemini people really need now in this period, because they're still in that 8th house area where are hidden and deep things, and we actually we do not have access to this if we do not study astrology or tarot or psychology, or we do not study those kind of things, you know. So Geminis are into this, and that's good for them. So what else is happening? Mercury is the ruler of Gemini people, and Mercury is usually retrograde 3 times in a year. This year will be retrograde in March, in July, and in November. So during those months, Gemini people should slow down a little bit. This is not a good period for making new contracts, buying new things, and so on. It is more time to go back and to analyze what was happening, good time for writing, investigating, and so on. So this is March, July, and November. North Node is in the 2nd astrological house for Gemini people, and North Node there points one important area of life. It will show to Gemini people that they have value, that their job have value, that they have certain talents and abilities that they can use to make their money or to make a better place for themselves in this world. And it says also they even have some family resources that can help them to create better position for themselves, especially in this material world. During the year 2019, there are going to be 3 eclipses seasons. So we are going to have 2 eclipses in January, 2 in July, and 1 eclipse in December. There is going to be the last one in Leo, the last eclipse in Leo. We had them during the year 2017 and 2018. And those eclipses were happening in Leo sign in the 3rd house for Gemini people. This is their house. So Gemini people had to change the way how they communicate with the world. They changed their perception of the world. They stopped analyzing and thinking constantly, they perhaps and hopefully with those eclipses learn a little bit more about intuition. So maybe some Geminis start relying more on their intuition. And somehow they change their attitude towards close people, like brothers, sisters, maybe those who are around them in the same neighborhood and so on. Also, with eclipses in the third house, maybe some Gemini people change their attitude towards sport and activities and this everyday dynamic they have. Maybe they are moving more or much less than they did before. And now with these eclipses that are happening, new eclipses on the axis Cancer Capricorn, things are happening for Gemini on this eighth house, second house axis. So the strongest eclipse in the 2019 is going to happen for Gemini people on the 2nd of July. This is going to be total solar eclipse in the Cancer sign. And it's happening in the second astrological house, as we said. So Gemini people will learn more about resources and about feminine resources, as we mentioned. It can be very useful transit, this with lunar nodes now for Gemini people, because they need more solid base for themselves. Gemini people will have Uranus in the 12th house. While Uranus stays in Taurus sign, for Gemini people, it will be in the 12th house. And Uranus will be there from the 2019 until 2026. It can bring some strange dreams, sometimes strange ideas. Gemini people will go through some sort of an inner revolution. Many changes will happen with them inside. Maybe sometimes they will not even be able to follow what is happening all there. Because of that, maybe they will be nervous sometimes or have some very surprising decisions. But even if they decide something to do and they are completely sure that they are going to do that, they will not manifest it completely. You know, it will come only when Uranus crosses the point of the ascendant. With Uranus in the 12th house, it can be excellent time for Gemini people to study alternative methods of healing. They can start healing themselves, for example, or then maybe later can heal others. And I believe many Geminis are doing that already. You know, so maybe they will learn more about this during 2019 and later on. So that's all for Geminis. I mentioned here in this video many other transits, and I have already videos in English about other transits. So if you wish, please have a look at my videos about Jupiter in Sagittarius. I have 2 videos there. Then I have a video about Saturn in Capricorn. Have a look at that important transit. Then I have 3 videos about Uranus in Taurus. Also, there is a video about Neptune in Pisces and a video about lunar nodes on the Cancer-Capricorn axis. I would also like to say here that many people ask me whether I teach astrology or not. The answer is no, but you can order consultancy with me and ask any question that you are interested about astrology. I will gladly answer and teach you shortly if I can. I hope in the future I will offer online lessons on astrology in English language. I would like to say to all astrology lovers that you cannot learn astrology from the books. You need to work on horoscopes, to work with people, and to learn in praxis. For a better understanding of astrology, you also need to study psychology, philosophy, mythology, and all of other things that come to your way that can help you to understand better how universe works through horoscopes. If you like the video, please like it, share and subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. I'll be really glad. If you're interested, order personal consultations with me on any topic, astrological topic, or about Feng Shui. That's also the thing that I do. Or you can order consultancy on Thetahealing, which is new method of spiritually energetic feeling. Let's call it like that. To Gemini people, I wish to be blessed and to be lucky during the whole year 2019 with Jupiter in Sagittarius.